Hey everybody, it's Jasmine. So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look using some of my favorite cruelty-free products. So I hope you guys all enjoy this video and let's get started. I'm going to start with primer on my skin. I'm using the Touch in Sol No Problem Primer. I only use one pump across my face. It's really nice because any foundation I layer on top of it, it just looks so much smoother and I feel like it lasts all freaking day. So one of the better, I guess, middle priced primers on the market. It's around $18, so not too bad. We're gonna go in with foundation. I have my Pure Love Your Selfie foundation. I have the shade MG3. I'm actually gonna take mine out via the doe foot because I don't feel like pumping it out today. I just feel like smearing it on. This foundation is one of my favorites. I feel like I have not stopped talking about it for the past few months because it's literally so amazing. It acts like a concealer. It just looks so good even if you don't use primer. It's filled with amazing ingredients for your skin and it's not that expensive if you're talking about the price of a high-end foundation. This one retails for around $36. So right here is more of like a medium coverage. I do have some redness peeking through. So I'm actually going to take some of my concealers. I have my Fenty concealer in the shade 290 and I also have my Catrice concealer in the shade Light Natural. I'm going to take the Fenty one first. I like this because it is really good in coverage. I want to say it's a medium full coverage, but it just cancels out any redness that I have. It's way better than color correcting in my opinion, and it just feels lightweight on the skin. Now because it matches my skin, I want to brighten it up a little bit, so that's why I'm using my Catrice because it is really, really light. So I'm gonna use the rest of this up today. Today's gonna be my last day using it because I can no longer really scrape the sides anymore. By the way, I am using my Shop Miss Mochi sponge to blend this out, one of my absolute favorites. It just has the perfect amount of softness and density to it. It's beautiful. To add a little bit of color onto my face, I'm going to use a foundation stick. This one's by Colourpop and this one is in the shade Dark 165N. I really like this to contour or bronze the sides of my face because this just blends right into the skin. I don't really think I would buy the full size in my exact shade because realistically I don't like using a whole stick on my face. I am more of like a spot stick person, and so this is what I would just use stick products for anyway. I'm using the butt of my blender to blend this in because if I use the side where my foundation is on, it's going to dilute the shade and I want this color to be full pigment. And then if you are blending the cheek and you see the color just go down too far, that's when you take your foundation side of the sponge and you want to run it right there to correct that area. I'm going to go ahead and speed through my eyebrows, but today I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. I like this because it lasts through my brows all night long. And then I'm going to go ahead and set my brows in with the WetnWild Ultimate Brow Kit. I know that WetnWild has been questioned whether it is cruelty-free or not. I still think they are because they do still have their logos, but I don't know. I'm kind of unsure on that one. But this is the only brow powder that I own at the moment. For my eyeshadow today, we are using some of the brand new Too Faced Holiday Palette Set. This is part of their Gingerbread Lane collection right here. So these are the 3 individual palettes for this year. These all have 3 individual scents and themes to the palettes. So this one is Banana Bread. It is the nude one, which is my personal favorite. I also have the berry one here. It's Pinks and Moms. And then here, this one has a lot of peppermints on it, but it doesn't smell like peppermints. These all have corresponding scents to them. With the matte cream shade in the Banana Bread palette, I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyelid in place. I like to make sure that this is all matte and powdered down before I go in with any shadows. From the pink palette, we're gonna go ahead with the blush shade here. This reminds me of my strawberry shortcake dolls growing up. This smells the best. Like, I think that this one is my favorite. So we're gonna go ahead and take that pink right into the crease. This is going to be blown out. I'm starting off little and I'm going to go ahead and build it up to the fullest intensity. To be honest, anything can really be labeled a holiday look, but I just thought it would be fun to actually use a holiday palette that was launched this year. I was inspired by Elise. She's the Too Faced makeup artist, I believe, and she did some looks using these palettes and I just fell completely in love. She literally sells me out on so many things because she makes it look amazing. We're gonna go into the purple palette and we are going to take this dark purple. I actually haven't used this one yet, so this one is actually new to me. But I do want to take the dark purple on a smaller blending brush, and I want this to go into my crease as well as on my eyelid, starting off small and then I'm building up because I know purples can get real hard to blend. Also, you don't need this palette to recreate this look. I feel like there's so many purple palettes on the market. You could probably even get this look with a Jackie Aina palette if you have it, the Norvina palette if you have it. Any purple palette really. I mean, I just wanted to see how far these palettes could take me as far as like a bold look is concerned. I'm going to stop it right here because I'm going to take my initial blending brush again, and in the purple palette I'm taking the pink blush in this one, and this one has a little bit more of a cool toned purpley vibe to it, so it's a little bit different, and I'm going to go right in that crease area and blend these two shades together. So that's going to be the pink that we initially had as well as the purple that we just put down. So we're just going to go ahead and blend everything seamlessly. Now we're going to go back with the dark purple and then just blend it over again, and it's just because we blended it off, so we want to pack on the pigment one more time. Just by looking at this palette, it seems like the shimmers here are more of like a glitter compared to the other palettes. These ones seem like shimmers and they perform like shimmers, but for some weird reason this one just looks extra textured. So I'm really intrigued with this one here called Don't Desert Me. It's almost like a duochrome, and you can definitely see that. It's like a brown but pink but also purple, and then this one is definitely just pink and purple. So I want to start off with this one up here, and if I want to brighten it up, I'm definitely going to go here. So I'm going to take that with my finger because metallics, glitters, shimmers are always best with the finger. Oh wow. Oh wow. I don't think you guys can really see that, but in person that just gives me like a dust of glitter. Just the smallest bit. We should go brighter. So we're gonna take the next shade, Hot and Spicy. And this one feels a little bit more chunky and thick, more of like a glitter texture. And we're gonna go right on top. So this is a look. We love a good purple smoky eye. Now, when I was off camera and I was doing this eye, I wanted to take like a flat shader brush like this and then just smooth out the line here. But I found that because this shade here was so hardly pressed in the pan, it was a little bit difficult, so I just stuck with my finger and I just blended it all out. It was pretty easy, and I mean, I am glad that it works one way or another, because if it just didn't work with my fingers or with the brush, then I'd be like, okay, well, I don't think this palette's worth it. But I do still stick with my initial thought, is that, you know, because these ones look a little bit more glimmery and glittery, they're best used with the finger. I'm going to use my favorite eyeliner. I'm using my Physicians Formula Eye Booster pen, and we are going to do a really fierce wing. Now, usually for the holidays, I don't ever really skip out on my wings. I did last year and I totally regretted it. So we are going to do a big long wing. And the reason why I personally regret it is because in photos, my eyes look so small and the wings kind of just give me an elongated effect. So that's the reason why I cannot skip it. We are starting off with the darkest purple that we used, and this is gonna go right near where our lashes normally grow. Then we're also going to take some black eyeliner. This is the Real Her I Am Amazing, and I'm going to go right in the outer half. It's just going to give the lower lash line a little bit more intensity. We're going to use the same purple once more, and we are going to take this right where that black liner is. God, there's a fly in here and I'm going to kill it. I don't care. You will be gone. As far as my favorite cruelty-free mascara is concerned, you guys know it's the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. It is the False Lash Effect one. I know they have 4 different ones. I do have a video testing all 4, by the way, but this one is by far my absolute favorite. I feel like it gives me both length and volume. While my lash glue dries, I'm going to go ahead and put some brow gel in my brows. This one is by Covergirl. I'm going to use the brand new Real Her palette. This is the Ultimate Glow Getter palette. I'm going to go ahead and use the bronzer for my face. I don't want to use a whole bunch since I already have the Colourpop stick underneath. So I'm just going to do a light layer just to really set it in place. The blush is a really light peachy shade, so hopefully this shows up on the skin. Yeah. It just shows up barely. This reminds me a lot of the Wet n Wild blushes. This one in particular reminds me of like apricot in the middle because it has like a soft sheen to it. This highlight shade just looks a tad bit too dark, just a little tiny bit, but we will make it work. So I'm going to start on the apple of my cheek and I'm going to blend it back. I had to do some big lashes today because my eyelids were so uneven. Every single lash that I tried out did not work. These ones are the lovely Vanity Cosmetic lashes in the shade, in the style First Love, not shade, stop it. I'm just gonna go ahead and perk these up a little bit more. I also used my Shop Missy black lash glue to glue these on. During the holidays, it's either a gloss or a liquid lipstick, something that doesn't transfer, but today I want to do a gloss. Now, nothing has really disappointed me from the brand Kaleidos. Now, this is their brand new Lucid Lip. This is in the shade Mesmerize. I'm going to use it because I feel like it matches the eye look. Ooh. This is definitely a gloss that I can get behind, especially this shade, because it's like a kiss of color instead of being full pigment, which is what I thought it would be. Alright everyone, that was my video. Hope you guys all enjoy, and I hope you guys find and discover some brand new cruelty-free makeup. I love this entire bunch so much. This entire face doesn't feel cakey or heavy, but it just looks so full coverage and so full glam. So I hope you guys all enjoy. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys later. Bye! Peace out, Girl Scouts.